What up, YouTube? It's your boy Banks. We out here, man. Let's get it. It's True Talks, cause True Talks. You feel me? So right now we're gonna discuss the Golden State Warriors, and the Houston Rockets, the Western Conference Finals, aka the Finals. We're gonna discuss that. Basically, Game 2 just happened. You know what I mean? And my prediction from time that I told, man, is basically it's not going to be a long series that everybody thinks it's going to be. I see Golden State in 5 easily. People think it's going to be a long series. I don't think so. I think maybe 6 at worst, but Golden State in 5, you know what I'm saying? I feel that I told people Golden State will win Game 1, already known. Houston will win Game 2 because it's do or die for them, and they're not an anus team. They're good. They're good enough, right? So I already know they're on their home court. They're not the Raptors. But they're going to win the Game 2. I already know they're going to win Game 2. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, there's going to be 3 straight for Golden State. They're going to win both on their home court and then close out in 5. And at worst, maybe if Houston has fight, they win Game 5 and then Golden State close out in 6. But I see a 5-game series. That's what I'm going with. You know what I'm saying? That's what my prediction is for this series. Now let's dive into actually what's going on here. Why is that my prediction? Why? Banks, why are you talking about, Golden State in 5? Why is it, what do you mean the regular season Houston did this, Harden's probably the MVP, all of this? That's even a different discussion because last year he should have been MVP, which tells you it's just a history award. But that's a different discussion. That'll be a later video. We'll talk about that, you know what I'm saying, when the time comes. But basically, if you look at it, like I tell people, this is why Harden hasn't been successful in the playoffs, because it's not the fact that he scores off one-on-one. I have no problem with that. Because look, I'm a Kobe fan, Jordan fan. It's all one-on-one buckets. You have to create your own. You have to let them know him can't guard me. Look how Durant's scoring. Him can't guard me. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with the one-on-one buckets. I love that, because at the end of the day, that's why stars win the championship. Because you have to be able to carry your team, put the team on the back, move out the way, I got us. You know what I mean? That's what you're gonna have to do. That's something the Frozen can't do. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, Harden, he scores off one-on-one, but that boy be taking the whole shot clock. That's looking like 2K, just 5 out. Like, he's just standing there. He's just dribbling. Like, for me, like, when you play Kings, you play ball. When you play Kings court, mans tell you 3 dribbles, 4 dribbles, 2 dribbles. That's how you play Kings court, because anyone could score if you dribble for like 30 seconds to a minute. Eventually you're going to score. The defense is going to get tired. Eventually you're going to go past him. You're eventually going to score. But in playoffs, everyone is locked in. That's why regular season he does what he does. But in playoffs, everybody's locked in. You're not going to score off of dribbling OD long. And even if you do, that's not going to work. It's not going to win. That's why he's been struggling all the time. Yes, Game 1 he went to work, but look how they played him. They said leave with him going to work. One, you're not going to get no mismatches, because if you're switching off of the Capella screen, which he like to do, that screen action to get the switch, it's going to be Draymond Green that's guarding you. It's going to be Iguodala that's guarding you. Like, that's pads. We can live with that one-on-one. You're not going nowhere. You're going to take a step back, contested shot, and that's going to be Kablunski. You know what I mean? Rebound, we out. That's what it's going to be, right? And that's how Game 1 kind of went down to. He was scoring, but eventually when he does get locked up, because you're not going to score all the time in that situation. You have to score efficiently and quick. Yes, some, like even Kobe, all those guys, Jordan, it doesn't have, yes, they hold the ball sometimes, but they're looking at the defense. One, other people get to ISO within the offense. Like you see Gasol ISO in. But 2, they score, and it's like how Durant was scoring. You give it to him in the block. I'm doing a 1-2 dribble, 1 shimmy pull up. I'm not just dribbling. They might hold the ball, but they haven't moved yet. So when they attack, they make their move, they attack. It's a series. It's not just dribble for like 18 seconds and then pass out to a man who has to shoot a contested shot. Like, it's within the offense how they're ISOing. You know what I'm saying? Even when they ISO, they dribble up the ball and they cook and go to work quick. It's not like you're dribbling for 80 years. You know what I'm saying? That's what Harden does. And that's not going to be successful. And good defensive teams will strap that shit up. You know what I'm saying? They'll lock that up easily. You know what I'm saying? Now you look at Houston, you look at Golden State. Now Golden State, you see how there's no guarding Durant. Absolutely. That boy's a problem. There's no guarding Durant at all. Durantula, there's no guarding him. And you see how he scores his buckets. He's not taking bare dribbles. He has these pulls up, crossover right to left or left to right, pull up. If he gets it from 3, a lot of the time he's just on the high post, which is what he took out of Nowitzki's book and Kobe's book, because that's what Nowitzki was killing him the couple years he wasn't going. He's just one shoulder turn. You switch off the mismatch, one shoulder turn, bucket. Face up bucket. There's just straight, no dribble. You know what I'm saying? It's easy. It's easy. It's actually easy. It's easy. It's unguardable. Calling audible. You know what I'm saying? It's easy. But at the end of the day, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then you're looking at Clay's getting it off of screens. Curry, they're doing the screen action. They're nonstop moving. So even if he gets doubled or even if he makes a move and he penetrates, he kicks out. There's all kinds of stuff going on. It's a flow. It's a flow offense. They just run it. And then if you miss off those Harden, Kablunskis, and Ariza and all those jacked up shots that mans are taking last minute when they get it, shoot it, and you want them to bail you out, we out. You know what I'm saying? And it's a transition 3 and it's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap from that. You know what I'm saying? But then game 2, I already knew they're gonna, they did. It wasn't that Golden State wasn't trying OD. Yes, they were, but it's like they knew that we just need to get one. So they didn't try with urgency. You could see that they weren't trying with urgency. You get what I'm saying? But they were obviously playing and trying, but they weren't trying with the urgency in the fight. Like they were trying to make a statement, like they're trying to get the game, like they did in game 1. They just needed to get one. That's all they needed to do, because they know they're gonna win both on their home court. You know what I'm saying? They haven't even lost on their home court yet this whole playoffs. But the key was that, yes, Houston was moving the ball and they were doing it. They still reverted to sometimes with their ISO, because that's who they are. You can't change that. But they were moving the ball and they were listening to what mans were saying and moving the ball in, and mans were getting the ball. Like PG Tucker had like probably 17 plus points, like he was eating. Man, there's the flow. There was flow. You could see that there was flow and they were pushing when they had opportunities. But the difference was they were switching a lot on Clay's screen. Like Clay was not getting open at all. And Clay, that's what people talk about Golden State. Golden State's an offense. I tell people, Clay, he doesn't really score one-on-one, mano-a-mano like that. Clay was literally coming off of screens and they switched every screen. Capella was hedging hard on the screens. They were staying tight to that nigga. They didn't let him even get a look. And then Curry, they were hedging and switching every screen. They played great defense, which they did, which was an adjustment they made. They were living with Durant going to work. It was ironic. They flipped it and let the Warriors do what the Warriors did to them game 1. Let Harden go to work. Let KD go to work, because his mid-range is not really threes OD. Let him score off the mismatches. That's what they were doing. And KD was efficient as always, but they don't want those threes. They don't want those the Splash Brothers going off, and that's what they locked up on. And that's why I say Curry has to have the ability to ISO and get his threes. Like, you can't just only be getting off mismatch. Curry still was attacking and going to the rim, but there wasn't easy looks. Like, Clay wasn't getting easy looks. It was great defense. But they also were picking on Curry, and Curry doesn't slide his feet as he should. He plays some good defense sometimes, but he wasn't sliding his feet as quick as he should. And then because it's Curry, that's what the problem is. People don't understand. Because now Curry has the ball, or Curry's on defense, and let's say he's guarding Harden, everybody is, Draymond's a great defender, but the problem with him sometimes is he helps too much. He doesn't trust Curry. You know what I'm saying? Because he wants to show his defense that he doesn't trust Curry, so he overhelps. And because of that, now Harden normally would try and just abuse the mismatch one-on-one, but he's flipped the switch where he said, I'm going to pass early. Dribble if it's not there, pass early. Dribble if it's not there, pass early. So now Draymond's in an OD help position, and we're just rotated. They're just, they're just making them rotate, pump fake, blow by. He has to help, kick out back to the corner, pump fake, blow by, and they're just rotating, and eventually you're gonna get an open shot, which was great. It was a great adjustment on Houston's part, but it was a lot of basically picking from Curry, and we're gonna start from there, which is taking advantage of the mismatch, and I have no problem with that. But I feel that game 3 and game 4, Warriors are gonna come out with more urgency. Warriors are gonna try and hide Curry more than they did, because there's some switches that they're so used to just switching, but Houston's actually a threat, and they actually have offense. So you can't just do what you used to do to everybody else. You get what I'm saying? You can't just do that anymore. So they're going to make that adjustment. I already know, because there's some switches they should have never switched, like off of some down screens, some weak down screens, they just switch. Because what they try to do is, why expend all this extra energy? That's why they have so much energy on offense. Why expend extra energy when we all have individual defense? Just switch that. No point fight through the screen. Just switch. You're already there. Wait for him. Just switch, which is great basketball. But they want that so they could take advantage of the Curry. They literally would he was on Ariza. They had Ariza just running around setting random screens to get Curry onto whoever they want, Harden or Paul or whoever. So, and that's what it came down to. Then they got into a rhythm. So that shit will get locked up. You know what I mean? Houston did a good job. It was a blowout. They did a good job. But again, you're going to see game 3 and game 4. The floodgates are gonna open for Curry and Clay. And then you already know what Durant does. And it's basically unguardable. You know what I mean? So, like, that boy Durant is actually unguardable. That boy, like, Mans don't understand. Like, he was already unguardable, then he learned with the whole high post. That's what my one weakness for him was. He doesn't abuse the post. He could easily have mismatches, and he's always facing up and getting cookied. You can't, if you have a pinch nigga on you, you can't be getting cookied and face up on him. There's no point. Use your back. You don't even have to be strong to post in basketball. You just have to have size. You get what I'm saying? You have to have size and have IQ and know how to use your angles and know how to shield the ball. That's all you need to do. When you're facing up, you have to have handles. And Durant's handles are nice, but it's not tight. It's not tight where he's on a string. It's because he's long and he has the whole hesitations. He comes up and he's hesitating. You don't know if he's going to hesitate pull up. You don't know if he's going to hesitate cross. He has enough handle to create with the threat of a shooter. So that package together makes him look like he has elite handles. He doesn't have stringy handles like Kyrie or Clay or Curry or anything like that. He doesn't. You get what I'm saying? Same thing with LeBron. They don't have stringy handles, but it's a threat around them. You know what I'm saying? And the speed and the lankiness of, like, especially KD, that makes him look like he has elite handles. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes when you have guards, they want you to like face up so they could just cook you and time your crossovers and stuff like that. You just bring them to the mid post, high post, low post, not even low post, because he doesn't have to be strong. Mid post, turnover, he's shooting over chairs like they say. Like, it's actually unguardable, but anyways, you know what I mean? We'll see how that goes. It's just, game 1 and 2's in the books. It's 1-1. People think it's going to be a long series. I don't think so. We'll see. Warriors in 5, 6 max. Anyway, it's True Talks because True Talks. You feel me? It's your boy. Let's get it. That boy Durant's a problem, man. Durantula. And I'm out here. Let's get it.